What's good? What's good? What's really good, good people? It is I, the man that you all know and love, E Digger. That's right. Hey, you know what time it is. You know what day. This is a special Let's Talk We E Digger. Because, like I said, there's some things going on. There's some new shows that's coming to the network. I need to say that. And one of the shows that I am very happy and very proud of and very fortunate to have on the network is real different. It's called Healing and Moving Forward by my good friend Raya. And she's going to come on and she's going to tell you more about the show that's going to be on Charm City Direct TV. So I could go on, I could talk, I could talk. I'm about to bring her on. But first, I need y'all, of course, I need y'all to do some things. I need you. I need you to go to the fan page of Charm City Direct TV. Like the page. Go there, like the page. Also on YouTube right now, where it's streaming live on YouTube right now. Go there and subscribe. So I'm going to bring her on right now. Ladies and gentlemen, my good friend, the host of Healing and Moving Forward, Miss Raya. How you doing?
Hey, hey. Stop
What's
that.
good? What's good?
Nothing much, nothing much. How you doing? How you doing? How you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. So we are fortunate to have healing and moving forward coming onto the network in a week now. It's going to be next week
Yep.
on the 7th. Now, tell the people, of course, a little bit about you, who you are, what you do, and talk about the show. Tell us a little bit
Okay.
about the show.
So I'm Raya. And as you said, healing and moving forward is something that I actually started a few years ago.
Mm,
After, interestingly enough, my fiance had walked out the door,
wow.
and so I was kind of trying to get over that, and I was going through, on top of the fact that I was working at a gym, and I have a small background in mental health, and so I just started this thing. It was this private group with a select amount of people that I knew were going through the same situation, not like being left, but just, dealing with, depression and life being hard. And so it started as a really small group of people. And I just would kind of get on once a week, once every other week. And I would talk about the different things that I've learned, as far as coping skills go, going into therapy. Fortunate enough that my sister is a counselor, social worker. So she has the background and she could point me in the right direction. Of course, she couldn't be my therapist because she's my sister, but she pointed me in the right direction. So then this year, I decided to really get into it. I'm a PRP worker, psychiatric rehabilitation program. So I really deal in mental health now.
Mm.
And I decided to open up healing and moving forward to more people. Then I kind of decided,
And she disappeared just like that. She'll be back on. Um, so that was my good friend Rhea, who is bringing her show over to the network just to give you a sense of what it is that she do. This is her page right here, and like I said, very inspirational. As far as helping people cope with day to day situations. You just heard her say that her fiance just left, walked out the door. Um, so when she comes back on, hopefully she'll come back on. We're going to be talking to her again. Um, let me see if she hit me up. Let me see what's going on. Okay, there she go. What happened?
I hit a button on the mouse with my hands because that's what I get to do. So animated.
Real quick.
Shut the whole damn thing down. I was like, oh crap. Sorry. I'm gonna move this all the way over there.
All right.
So I was saying I opened Healing and Moving Forward opened up to more people ever since this crisis has started. And then you approached me and I was like, hey, it's a great idea. Being in RC, learning even more skills to help people through crisis in planning, whether they're having emotional mental crisis or just housing crises. We help with resources, putting people in the right direction. Anything you can pretty much think of, if you need to work on it and build on it, I kind of
Hmm.
help with that as much as possible. So I say, hey, let's take that to let's take that to a more mainstream kind of area where more people can kind of come in. And I don't go deep into stuff because, like I say 100 times over, I'm not a therapist. I am in no way a therapist, but I have learned skills and I
Hmm.
keep learning skills because my job is to teach the skills as well. So it's been fun. We get on, we talk about something, we come up with a topic. I love talking with people and them interacting. They give comments. If anybody was watching last night, we talked about coping skills. People were given the best ideas of things we can do to cope during this time.
That's what's up. And speaking of coping with this crisis, how are you coping with this pandemic? Because every day is something new, is something different. How are you coping with this crisis right now?
Well, the first thing I do is the same thing I tell other people is I keep um, my news watching to an absolute minimum,
Mm,
either every one time a day or every
mm,
other day. Me
okay.
personally, it's like every 2 to 3 days. I don't really care about the news, but the nonstop all day watching of the news, it will heighten anxiety, and it's
Yes.
just not necessary. So I
Yes.
keep it down to a minimum.
Okay.
Um, I'm not, I fortunately am still working. I am um we're not deemed essential workers in the sense that we're allowed to go out, but
Hmm.
we've been given permission to do telehealth sessions. So
Hmm.
I still keep in contact with my people to make sure that they're in the right frame of mind.
Okay.
Um, and then after that, when I'm not doing that, I'm doing things with my kids. I do have 3 children. So I do things with them. Sometimes I just do self care things between taking a bath or working on projects, or I do go out for, every so often 5 to 10 minute walks. I am a plus size girl that wants to lose weight. So I still got to keep active. I know a few personal trainers that are doing Zoom um, workouts. So
Hmm.
between Zoom workouts and Facebook workouts and things you can
Hmm.
find on YouTube, I utilize almost every coping skill that I can think to use. So exercising, art, self-care time, time with the children, and I sleep.
That's what's up. I pretty much do the same thing, especially now, where pretty much a large number of people are laid off of work,
Mm-hmm.
um, and not real sure where their next paycheck come is coming from. It's a lot going on right now, and I strongly believe that this show would benefit a lot of people, just by your delivery, just by the content and what I saw. So I'm gonna put up the page right quick. This is your official Facebook page right
Yes.
here, and of course you saw the notice right there that you guys are coming to Charm City Direct TV. Um, so I encourage everybody to, one, like the page, share the page, to get the notifications. That's real important that you do that. So talk about some of the things that you will be talking about in the show when it premiere.
Okay. Um, well, we and I say we because it is more than myself. My
Okay.
children are involved. They help. This Friday we're doing facials, my daughter and I, on the show. But also I listen to the people that watch and interact and give um suggestions. So they're just different things. There are going to be times where we're doing art
Mm-hmm.
on here and discussing the importance of art therapy and how art therapy helps. Sometimes I'll be building crafts right on and talking about not only how to build a craft, but why crafting is helpful
Mm-hmm.
and what it can do and what it can spark. I mean, there's a lot of things. I color literally
I
with
was
a
about to
coloring
say
book.
that. I saw an episode, not to cut you off. I saw an episode where you said, "Let's color with me," and I
Yeah.
said, "Is she coloring?" Like,
I did. I pulled out that coloring book. I don't have it on my table. I still have my crayons on my table though. My nice, horrible, horrible Dollar Tree crayons.
now talk
And
about
we
that for a
did.
minute. We not to cut you off. That was so funny. You said my horrible crayons, and you said I'm gonna get Crayola crayons. I was
Hmm.
like, oh my god.
Yeah. I am a big advocate of do not lose your inner child. People want
Okay,
to become adults and oh, I'm grown now and I can't. Well, you can't by yourself because I can do all the kid things that my body allows me to do.
that's what's up.
I love it and I totally encourage it. Trampoline parks are amazing. Don't just take your kid, take your shoes off, get the socks, jump up and down right along with them. I do all the things. As time goes on, people will get to hear I'm very transparent. I talk about my life. I talk about the things that I have been through and the things that I do go through. Because this is a journey and it's a journey that I'm still on. I will truly never be off of until the day that I die.
Okay.
One, because life is what it is. And
Yes.
two, like many other people, I live with mental health disorder
Mm-hmm.
as well. So this is a nonstop situation. So the question is, do I want to live in unhappiness or
Mm-hmm.
find every possible way to enjoy life?
Okay.
I choose to find every possible way to enjoy life. And
Mm.
sometimes those coping skills are ways that I enjoy life,
That's what's
you
up.
know?
Now, it's something that you said earlier about watching TV or watching news. Because and I hate to keep going back to Corona or Rona Lachey as I called her because everybody think that Rona is a female. I don't know. But it's something that you said earlier about you're limited to watching TV. Talk about that for a minute because I too, like in the morning, normally or before this coronavirus was a thing, I was watching TV, I was watching the news just to stay abreast. But then when the coronavirus hit, I stopped watching because I'm the type of person if I hear it for a long period of time, I get tired of listening to it and then it get old, you
Hmm.
know. So talk about that for a minute. Your limited viewing because once you if you watch every single day, it can do some things. So talk about that for a minute.
It does a lot of things. Of course, this is already a high anxiety situation
Yes.
between being worried about getting sick, worried about spreading it to other people. It's already high anxiety. Then you sit
Okay.
on the news and you watch breaking news, breaking news. It's the way it's presented in itself is on level 10. So if
Yes.
you're already on level 8 and you got something coming at you at level 10 and then you listen to the content, you've now gone beyond 10. You're probably somewhere in 15. Let's be
Yes.
realistic. I don't do a lot of politic talking, but our president ain't the brightest. And then he's going to bring you up even higher. So now you've got a virus, the news saying all of these other things, the president saying dumb things, other people supporting the president's dumb thing, people over here ballot. You got all of that. And as hyped up as I was when I just said that, that's what's happening in your head.
Yeah.
That's what's happening in your chest.
Yes.
We don't just react mentally to anxiety, we physically react. Anxiety takes over the mind and the body. And
Yes.
so you're going to go from being okay to borderline heart attack, if not heart
Mhm.
attack, if you don't already have a problem. So I try to get the information that I need, but don't
Mm-hmm.
indulge in the chaos. The
Mm-hmm.
more you watch it and then watch it and then watch it, you're indulging in the chaos. What's the
Mm-hmm.
difference between what you watched at 8 o'clock this morning and what you watched at 12 o'clock and then what you watched at 4 o'clock and then
It's
what
like
you
the
watched
same
at 9
thing.
o'clock?
Yeah,
It, it is. It's the
the
same
same
thing.
thing.
Except now you're getting images that they're showing here and they're showing there. Did the story change? So what's the point?
Yeah, it's hard, and the same with, and this is news. This is televised news, and we haven't even touched on social media because social media is a different beast. I would say, and social media is just, oh my god. Like I watched a video just a few minutes ago about the 5G towers being built, how it's quickly turning from the coronavirus now to the 5G towers. That's what's
Hmm.
causing the illnesses. And she was just going on and on. She made a whole uh live about it, all because she saw a post on Facebook. And I asked her, I said, how do you know that this is what's killing, well, what's making people sick and killing people? That's one. So we can't eliminate social media from the news,
Yes.
you know.
No, it's all encompassed. It's the actual television news, radio news, social media. You got to really just kind of minimize what you're taking in.
Yes.
I
Yes.
mean,
Now talk about the how would you think that people would receive the show Healing and Moving Forward? How would you think people would accept it?
I'm hoping they'll accept it like a breath of fresh air.
Okay.
You know, not being a therapist allows me a lot more leeway to say what I want, kind of. Like, I just have to let you know I'm not a therapist, so I'm not telling you what to do. So I'm not all the way bound by, certain rules and having to be, objective about anything. It's my opinion, it's my thought, it's your opinion, it's your thought. Here's this open forum to have this conversation, and a way to just really play on something that we don't talk a lot about. The great thing about mental health now in this age is that we do talk about it more than we used to,
Okay.
but we still kind of keep the conversation limited. Like, oh
Mm,
yes, it's okay to have a therapist. We know now as our culture where we didn't accept therapy, we accept it a lot more now. But
mm,
the things that therapy involves, we are only going to deal with that with the therapist. We're not going to talk about that outside. We're not going to talk about a coping skill. We're not going to talk about anxiety. We're not this let's talk about it. Not only let's talk about it, let's have fun with it. So I'm hoping that people receive me in that manner. This is fun. This is an open place to learn more, share. It's not just about me teaching, it's about sharing. When we did our
yeah.
list last night, I got ideas that I didn't even think about. Like, in no way did I ever think twerking or trap music, I'm sorry, trap music would be considered a coping skill.
Wow.
But for some people,
It
that is
is.
what gets them going.
Wow.
So, learning a lot, and hopefully everybody learns on the ride with me.
That's awesome. And when is the show premiering?
Next week, Tuesday.
Wow. And you're doing 2 days, correct?
Yes,
Tuesday and Thursday at what time?
7 p.m.
Wow. Y'all heard that right? Right here, live on Charm City Direct TV. It is Healing and Moving Forward,
Hmm.
hosted by Raya. Make sure you tune in. The premiere is next week,
Next week,
Tuesday,
Tuesday.
at 7 p.m.
Yes.
Eastern Standard Time, right here on Charm City Direct TV. It is real important that you like the page to get the notifications.
Yes.
And also, of course, it's going to be shared on
The
Healing and
healing and
Moving
moving
Forward
forward.
page.
Be
Just
sure to
to,
like both. Like
yeah,
both.
like both. You got the link at the bottom. It's scrolling at the bottom. So make sure you go there, like the page of Healing and Moving Forward, and make sure you are tuned in next Tuesday at 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You was on a game show I heard today.
Yeah, it was fun. Somebody had
I,
me running around the house and running outside.
I heard. The
Oh my
nerve.
goodness. That game show is awesome. I can't wait for it to completely take off and hear what other people do.
Yeah, I heard some guy named E Digger
This
had
guy,
a
I don't know him very
yeah
well. It's kind of hit me up
trying to be a game show host now. Oh my god.
asking crazy questions like, who is people? I don't know people's names. Oh, that was so horrible. If it wasn't somebody's name, I was doing really well.
Really well. Really I'm
I don't
glad
know
that you
nobody's
came
name.
on. Glad that you came on. You was a good sport.
Thank you. Thank
Um
you.
and who knows, I probably do it again tomorrow. I don't
Yes, but somebody else. I can't wait to hear them.
know.
See if they know these names.
So before you go, Ray, I want you to tell people out there um an encouraging word, especially now during these trying times, these difficult times. I strongly believe that everyone needs to hear some good news, some motivation, some inspiration. So take this time out right now to inspire someone.
First, I inspire you to stay in your house. Um, please stay in your house. I've never actually had anybody ask me to inspire people on this spot. So, what I would say is remember that it is not the end of the world. It is a
Mm,
hard time, but realistically, we're not alone. You have
mm,
all of the things you need to reach out to someone to help you through rough times, rough patches. If you feel like you need to communicate with someone,
mhm.
call, text, use Facebook. Don't isolate yourself. We're isolated, but don't isolate yourself and trap yourself unnecessarily.
Yes.
Now that you
Yes.
know where healing and moving forward is, send me a message. I'll talk to you.
I'll probably talk to you. It's like, no. She's right. Right now, during these difficult times, you said it. It's not the end of the world. It's just something that we have to get over. And the only way
Mm-hmm,
we can get over is everybody doing their part. You have heard me
mm-hmm.
say that time and time again. Whatever doing your part consists of helping someone, talking to someone, encouraging someone, staying in the house, do your part, whatever that means to you. Only you would know what that means. Hey,
Make
this
a
has
donation
been
somewhere.
say again.
Make a donation if you can.
Yeah, make a donation because a lot of people are not working. So
Mm-hmm.
another dollar coming from somewhere else can be a lot of help for real.
Yep.
So, people, this has been a special Let's Talk with E Digger live on Charm City Direct TV with my special guest, Raya. She is the host of Healing and Moving Forward. Make sure you tune in next Tuesday at 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on
Mm-hmm.
Charm City Direct TV. Also, go like the page of Healing and Moving Forward at the link below. You see it
Yes.
scrolling. Make
Yes.
sure you do that. And we'll see you on Tuesday.
See you guys Tuesday.
Peace.
Bye, everybody.